40 to 50 NBA players have recently expressed concerns about restarting the season in the Orlando bubble, though no one has formally asked out of the 22-team restart. Melo says he needs more information. What can you tell us about the NBA's plans for the event that perhaps a breakout were to take place or a large number of players on one team were to test positive?
Well, first of all, I think the information is going to come soon, maybe as early as today. Second of all, that's the $64,000 question. What happens if 6 of the 9 best players on the Bucks get this during the conference finals? I'm not sure those guidelines that come out are going to have an answer to that question, because all you have to do is look at the calendar. Right now, Game 7 of the NBA Finals is scheduled for October 12th. Next season is going to begin sometime in early December. That's a very short offseason as it stands, and to delay a series, which is probably what you're asking, will they delay a series? There isn't a week or 10 days in there of wiggle room unless they're willing to push back next season even further to delay a series. So I'm not sure what those guidelines are going to say. The answer to that question, it might be there is no answer right now.
Well, that's fascinating because, and I said it earlier this morning in the program, in a pandemic, there are always more questions than answers, and we all accept that. But as we get closer and closer to this happening, I have to believe the players are not going to be comfortable with, well, we don't really have an answer to that question yet, right? I mean, someone has to make some decisions, even if they are subject to change in the event of circumstances beyond their control. They have to have some sort of plan in place for that, right? Otherwise, the players, I can't imagine a player being comfortable without having a firm plan.
Well, they're going to have plans in place for everything. I mean, we can talk about what they're going to do with Disney staff and X, Y, and Z, but they're also going to get down there and think about, oh my gosh, we didn't realize that parameter. But the scary answer to your question, the depressing answer to your question is, if those guidelines don't have anything for the question of what happens if 6 players on the same team get it at the same time, the answer to that question might be you stop. You just stop the whole thing, and there is no time to pick it up, and that's a very depressing answer. But again, I'm not saying that's what the answer is going to be, but if there is no provided answer, you sort of read into it and think maybe that's actually it.
In the meantime, what can you tell us about the Disney staff being quarantined and tested?
So that's the other big question, right? You get the players, the staff, you quarantine everybody, everyone sits isolated, and the virus doesn't get in or out. But you have all these Disney staff that are going to be driving them, serving them food, cleaning their rooms. My understanding from teams, and the understanding that teams have, is there are going to be kind of tiers of Disney staff. The staff that is going to be interacting with them most closely, think about, I'm guessing, bus drivers, stuff like that. I think those people are going to be tested, maybe not daily, but frequently. I don't know how many of them will actually be quarantined. Below that, you have the staff that's not going to be interacting with them as much. My educated guess, and what teams are guessing or hearing, is that those people will not be tested with anywhere near the same frequency, but when they are anywhere around the players and the coaches and the staff, they will be wearing masks, they will be distanced, so to sort of compensate for maybe we don't have daily tests or whatever for those people. That's the sort of guesses that are out there.
Fascinating. And if you really stop to think about it, look, we're all just sports fans, and if all we care about is the games, and that's fine, but if you really do stop to sit back and think about the magnitude of the undertaking here for all of these sports, and we're talking about the NBA, to bring all these people into a bubble and try and pull off an entire NBA postseason, it's remarkable. And look, we just sit here and hope that they can make it work.